Vergil Ortiz is a fun fighter. He's a tough fighter. He can come forward and take shots and give shots. He took a couple shots that put him down last night twice. But he's very tough. He fights harder when he gets hit. And that is what Bud Crawford does. That is what Jerron Boots Ennis do. And those are two potential fights for Vergil Ortiz. We just saw Terence Bud Crawford come off the Boachuk fight. The Madrimov fight. Boachuk fought Vergil Ortiz last night. And I think a lot of people are second guessing Crawford because Crawford went the distance with Madrimov. And some people are second guessing Vergil because Vergil went the distance with Boachuk, right? Both were champions, and now we have two new champions. But styles make fights, right? Styles make fights. One thing I've seen from Bud out of all the fighters I just named is different styles. Meaning I've seen him beat a bull. I've seen him beat a matador. I've seen him, box on the back foot for the majority of a fight and pick his spots. And I've seen him walk forward and try to walk dudes down. I think that Vergil towards the end may have boxed a little more in his fight last night, but mostly he wants to come forward and test your will, test your chin. He wants to see if he can crack you, right? He likes to go to the body, got a nice body shot, and then he come over the top, right? And he tries to, to some degree, bang you up, right? Pause. Big pause. But the thing about Terence Bud Crawford is that he is not a sitting duck, right? He's going to move. He's going to use the ring. He's going to pick his spots strategically. And one thing between Madrimov and Vergil is that Vergil does not feint even a fraction as much as Madrimov, right? When we talk about Bud Crawford fighting Vergil Ortiz right now, Madrimov has a very, as they like to say in boxing, herky-jerk rhythm to him, right? He has a certain bouncing rhythm to him where you can't really time him because if you overcommit, then, he might catch you with something. Or you can't really tell what angle he's going to throw from, right? He wants to counter you. What Madrimov does is feint at you, foot feints, head feints, shoulder feints, try to get you to react so that he can counter you. Bud recognized this immediately, probably going into the fight, and really didn't react to many counters, but he did get, many feints, but he did get hit, right? Because he take risk. Now, the thing about Vergil is not that type of, which way am I coming? Which way am I going to come at you type of fighter? You know how Vergil coming at you, right? And I think that's the reason why I think Bud Crawford beats Vergil Ortiz, because that's what his mind is. He has one of the most intelligent minds in boxing. That's why he's number one pound for pound. And Vergil is very predictable with his offense. And we saw that he can also go down, right? He went down from Boachuk, and, y'all can assume that because these guys are 154 and, they're from a different country that they hitting harder than Bud. Listen, accuracy, timing. Oh, yes. I think guys are more willing to engage with fighters that they can find. And when you can't find a fighter in front of you, you got to be careful about when you engage. So as far as Vergil versus Bud, I'm not going to speak against it, right? I don't think it doesn't meet anything that Bud is looking for, however. Bud is not looking for, Bud is looking for a big payday, a la Canelo. And Bud is looking for, big money and big legacy. He already has a belt at 54. Does he want to become undisputed at 54? Then he'll need to fight Vergil, right? But if he's not really worried about fighting to become unified, the biggest fight for him would be if Fundora fought Errol and Errol beat Fundora, it'll be Errol rematch. even if it's for 2 belts or 3 belts, should I say. So that fight is still out there. And you heard Vergil say that that's the fight he wants. He wants the winner of Fundora versus Spence. So, you got Vergil who say he want the winner of Fundora Spence. You got Turkey saying that he want to make Crawford versus Vergil. You got Oscar kind of just like leaving it open if you really peeked. And, first he was like, we want to make big fights, It's like a weird energy, but, we'll talk about it later. But let me know what y'all thought about Vergil's fight and how does he fare against Terence Bud Crawford. I'll talk about him versus Boots later because I think it's one of them things, right? Boots hasn't moved to 54. He's still at welterweight, right? So I'll talk about that separately, but let me know what y'all thought in the comments. It's the baddest brand in the lane, CHAMPSIDE. Peace.